What comes to mind when you think of Indian food?
Oh, wow.
Whether it's the overload of spices or the distinct aroma of food cooking in a tandoor oven, Indian food is one of the most diverse in the world, and what we know of it barely scratches the surface. So join me as we explore 3 different restaurants around Manila, all making their styles of Indian dishes that are sure to send your taste buds on a wild ride of exploration. I've never been one to shy away from the heat. So let's try some of the best Indian restaurants in the city.
A flavor bomb.
The first stop in our food quest is a spot that's become dear to me, offering an affordable spread of both familiar favorites and hidden gems. Let's drop by Cainta's Star Punjabi Dhaba for an essential crash course into the cuisine's yummy street food staples.
So, kasama natin today si Kuya Manny. Ayan. Nagkita na kami before, but for another video. Kaya, tropa na kami. At alam ko kung gaano siya kasarap magluto. Ayun. Oh. Tansya-tansya lang niya, no? Walang measuring cup dito. Kaya pala, mabilis lang siya iluto. Kaya
lang.
yung kulay, maganda pa rin. Oo.
Tingnan.
So, Kuya Manny, gaano ka nakatagal nagluluto para kay Star Punjabi?
Apo. 4 years na ako po dito.
4?
4 years.
4 years?
Okay.
Okay. Masaya.
May tomate.
Kuya Manny, kung merong tao na never pa siyang nakakain ng Indian food, ano yung una mong papatikim sa kanya? Ano yung dapat niyang kainin nila?
Gusto nila butter chicken, may beef biryani, para explain na yung doon na diyan bestseller na lang.
First Indian food na na-try ko, biryani, samosa, pani puri. Kasi ako very interested dun sa street food nila. Because it's very different from ours. Pero bago ka magtrabaho dito, nagluluto ka na.
Hindi ako marunong yung luto.
Totoo?
Turo niya ng boss po.
Tapos ngayon, ikaw na lang nagluluto ng lahat. Boom! Training is
Training
good.
na,
Training
1
is
month na
good.
lang training ako.
Okay. Pero before, hindi ka talaga nagluluto.
Hindi.
Kahit sa bahay.
Hindi na po.
Pero ito mga pagkain na to, ito rin yung kinakain mo nung nasa India
Hindi,
ka.
hindi. Oh.
Okay.
May ito, tapos yung bread na roti.
Roti.
Apo.
Finally, we're eating. I'm so excited dahil I'm back. Ang dami, and I understand if it's your first time eating Indian food, it's gonna be overwhelming for you, but let me walk you through it. Meron tayong ditong street food, meron din tayong desserts, and meron din tayong mga curry. Okay, so, excited ako sa lahat, pero try natin kumalma. We have here, pani puri, and can I just say, people know me as an advocate of pani puri because, number 1, I like the process of how you eat it. These are fried pani puri balls. Inside ay hollow. You crack it in, you fill it with an assortment of different other sauces. Gusto ko ng full experience, so lalagay ko sila lahat. I promise, it's a flavor bomb. Ganun siya. Sumasabog siya sa bibig mo. And it's different elements, different textures. Kasi may crunch, may explosion of the sauce, sweet sauce, may smoothness and bite from the potato filling. Next is samosa. Ayan. Ito naman is a pastry filled with potatoes as well. Crispy. This is definitely Indian comfort food. Nice rin, kasi I think in front of the restaurant, they also have a parang display. If you would compare this to similar street food in the Philippines, I think the closest one would be an empanada na filled with like a curry potato filling. So we have here masala dosa. It's also something you can find a lot in the streets of India, but they have it for lunch or as a meal because it's quite heavy. Like the others we had already, it's also filled with potatoes na seasoned. They call it masala dosa kasi to Indians, masala is basically spices or a mix, a blend of seasoning. So kapag sinabi nila masala, malasa. Diba? Ang tawag dito ay dosa. Iluluto nila to sa parang flat na kawali. Tawag nila ay tawa. And it becomes this crispy wrapper surrounding a very flavorful filling of potatoes. Sweet tamarind sauce. Meron ding coconut chutney. Natin. Anghang. Ang tawag daw dito ay sambar. Cheers, guys. Oh, that's good. Okay, next one. Super excited about this one kasi ito yung unang dish na na-try ko from Star Punjabi. It's the dish that made me a regular customer. Ayan. So, ang tawag dito ay chole bature. And ito yung bature o deep fried daw siya kaya siya ganyan ka-fluffy. And see, it's hollow. And I love it so much because dahil deep fried siya, it's richer. And of course, Filipinos love it crispy. Kaya, maybe, if it's your first time eating Indian food, you could try this. And then, you eat it with the chole. I hope it's as good as the first time I tried it. It is. Yes. What's a good entry dish if you want to explore more about Indian cuisine? I would definitely recommend this. For a Filipino palate na gusto ng crispy, who also want to get familiarized with the different spices and flavor profiles ng Indian cuisine, you have it here.
After that filling breakfast, we're off to the Greenhills shopping district for even more good food at Ricksha Street Side Tandoor, where we'll be having some of their South Indian bestsellers, served with some wine. I don't know about you, but this is gonna be my first, but I'm about to have my world rocked.
I grew up eating my mom's cooking every day. Hey, I want to recreate that because every time I had an Indian craving, I missed my mother's cooking. So yeah, we opened Ricksha with all of my mother's recipes. Here we have your goat biryani. So this is cooked dum style. So I'm gonna open here the naan, and then inside is your biryani.
Surprise!
Yes.
Not really, because we watched him make it earlier.
And I'm gonna mix it up a little bit
Okay.
and then serve you a little bit of the goat. Well, biryani as an occasion is always a grandeur occasion when you eat the biryani. So it's always fun to have that.
Hello po. Wow. What is happening?
Here we have a Malbec from the Cahors region. So the idea with this pairing is to bring out the earthiness in the dish. Cahors is a region in France where the focus is on fruit, but at the same time the terroir, the soils. Your dish has a lot of spice component, not spicy, but that cardamom, clove,
flavor.
cinnamon, a lot of flavor. And with this is actually a Malbec, not the fruitier style, something with a bit more earth. So that's what we want to focus on with this combination.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you po. Yes. I look forward to trying it. Guys, it's my first time having Indian food with wine. I'm so excited to chat with the owner later to see what the story is, but for now, let's eat. I so love there's some theatrics involved in it. And I find it comforting with this kind of serving. Parang sa Pinoy, sa Filipino, we serve things family style because it's meant to be shared. And I get that feeling with apalayok biryani, you know? And it's so grand, you know? Ganun. Parang mapapawaw ka talaga. Enough chit-chat, let's taste. Parang hindi melt in your mouth melt in the fork. It's so flavorful. And the rice is fluffy. the meat melts in your mouth. Ito na. And you can really feel the balance with all the spices that are in here. And with the addition of the onions, yung raisins or kishmish, I don't eat it, but in here, I like the layer of texture it adds to the dish. Now let's try it with the wine. I'm actually not a wine drinker, but as a cook and also as a food creator, one of my goals really is to appreciate wine in not just cooking, but pairing it with food to enhance the experience of the dish. Ganon. Imumumog mo siya. Ooh! Ooh! Fun fact, in college beverage class, each time I drank wine, I did this face. But not here. Ang sarap. It's so good. It really pairs well together because the dish is so flavorful and bold. You pair it with something as robust as this, it really enhances the eating experience because I can imagine myself sipping on the wine after each bite. It also kind of cleanses the palate, kapag ka uminom ka ng wine, there's some kind of the tannins and everything. Now I will eat my Indian food with wine. But, syempre, mga hula ko lang yun. Let's call the experts, the sommeliers. Sommeliers?
The background really is that we love wine. Yes, we are certified lasingeros and lasingeras. But the idea really is to showcase how Indian food is as versatile as can be, that it can be paired with wine. It's not to say that all Indian food, the spice, like some of the Indian food that we have or that we're exposed to, maybe a little bit on the spicier side. So those may be a little bit more difficult to pair. But with Ricksha's food, it's a little bit more, how shall we say, encompassing in that we like to make it so that it also pairs well with wine. Not just the versatility of our food, actually, even wines.
Yeah.
We said it has to be very well balanced.
Is anybody else doing this, or are you the trailblazer for?
I mean, maybe pairing Indian food with wine, maybe yes.
Yeah.
But wine pairings have been done in this in the city, in any restaurant.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to kind of kick it up a notch.
I want to learn more about the story, about the name of the restaurant, and what's ricksha. So, can we have Sir
Of
join us
course.
also? Oh, di ba? Padami kami ng padami.
So ricksha was actually born 5 years ago in Capitolio. Pierre and I wanted to have our own restaurant.
We just like to call our food homemade. These are the recipes we know. He grew up with. I'm used to eating. So we want to share this experience with you because we think it's something that's meant to be shared. Any meal is meant to be shared, right?
But we get a lot of Indians that come here as well. They come from Makati, they come from BGC, brave the traffic, and they come all the way here. And they say, oh, this is great. This reminds me of home, and which is what makes me happy, makes us happy, because we want people to be reminded of home.
Indian breakfast by Chef. This is our second dosa for the day, but this one is different because this has egg and what they call gunpowder. Try natin siya, and it's again supposed to be eaten. It's supposed to be eaten with your hands. I'm super interested on how the gunpowder tastes like because I haven't had it before. Parang may humahabol na creaminess. Yung egg, I think, with the gunpowder. Parang feeling mo may cheese siya, pero wala siyang cheese. Because of the the filling. It's so flavorful, and this is one of the moments wherein you can't describe what you're eating, but you know it's good. You know you're having a good time, and you know you can finish it. This is an heirloom recipe, so actually, maraming secret sila chef dito. So, hindi natin alam kung ano meron sa kanya, but I assure you, it's so good. There you go. The most exciting breakfast you'll ever have. Wine for breakfast, why not? Why not?
Unfortunately, all journeys must come to an end. For our final stop, we're headed up north for some northern Indian food. Here at Mantra, Indian Kitchen and Bar's newest branch in Quezon City. It prides itself in quality and traditional food that both the local Indian community and Filipinos will love.
Now we're down to our last stop. We're here at Mantra in Ayala, Vertis North. And I am, again, so excited. Kung tanatanong nyo, hindi pa ba ako busog? No. Because we are here not just to be full in the stomach, but to be full in the heart, in the soul, in the brain. O, di ba? Ang ganda ng intro ko. Panis. This place is highly recommended by a lot of you. And actually, this was Erwan's suggestion. So kapag hindi masarap, Erwan nakataki. Joke lang. So, what makes this place different from the two previous ones we tried is we are now exploring the Northern India cuisine. This last stop, they pride themselves with being authentic. So, kung ano yung makikita mo na hinahain sa Indian family in Northern India, ganito raw yung makikita mo. So, unahin natin to. This is their cheese naan. I want to eat this while it's still warm because possibly the cheese is still melty. We got a good char, yes. And I want to eat this with a chicken makhani. Simulan natin tong naan. Yan. It's soft. The dough is a little chewy. You get smokiness and like the proper char flavor. Yeah, and the cheese is very pleasant. It's a little creamy, and that's just this. I can actually eat this as is or alone, but let's try it with the chicken makhani. Ooh, so maraming sauce para damang-damang siya. This is a big bite. Let's go. That's so good. This might be too early to say this, but this might be the best butter chicken or chicken makhani I've had. It's so rich, but still a little bit light. The flavors and the seasoning, the spices are so well balanced. You know it's good when you bite into it and everything is just harmonizing well together. Kaya ko ubusin to actually Kung di ko kailangan mag-vlog, kakainin ko na lang. Okay, next one. Okra. Dun, 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 dun. I am a publicly proud hater of okra. They call it bindi. But, ayoko sa okra dahil may imagine ko yung parang the slimy quality of it. But, they fried it. So, feeling ko, wala na siyang ganon. Tingnan na natin. Ito atang first okra ko in a decade. I'm not even kidding. Para siyang French fries. They have managed to make me like okra. The okra flavor is still there. But the texture problem is gone. I actually like this. It's actually good on its own. Let's dip it in raita. Raita or kind of a yogurt lang. This has a bit of acidity and it cuts through the richness of this fried food really well. I love it. While Mantra serves North Indian meals, they also have a bar where they serve alcoholic drinks and doon lang sila nagkakaroon din ng some fun by experimenting with Filipino flavors like pandan and also some tamarind or some palok flavored drinks and bar chow as well. Because when you drink, you also wanna... And ang meron tayo dito ay, they call it paprika. So let's dissect it. Meron ditong chickpeas. We also see more potatoes. Crunchy pa. Oh, that's so nice. You would expect it to be a little heavy because it's so sauced up. But it's so light. It's so refreshing. Because the raita, I think yung timpla nila sa raita yung nagdadala nito. It's a little sweet. It's a little tart. Amazing how they can keep the potatoes crispy while swimming in this beautiful sauce. This is their Siddhartha. Wow. Iingay na naman ako. Ito yung mga delikado eh. Delikado yan dahil hindi mo nararamdaman na umiinom ka na ng alcohol dahil masarap lang siya. Tapos mamaya, gaganon ka na. Para sa akin, parang kang umiinom lang ng juice. Kaya nga siya delikado. We have their paneer tikka masala. So paneer is basically their, it's kind of a cottage cheese. And I think this paneer is cooked in a sauce. You know, ooh. And meron din tayong, meron siyang dipping sauce with some mint. They call it mint chutney. Let's try it. I took a big bite. Laki ng bite ko. I love the chutney. Feeling ko kaya ko siyang patakin. This one. This is lassi. We have two flavors in here. Mango, which is topped with pistachios, and buttermilk, which has cumin seeds. And I heard, ito raw talaga yung pinupunta dito ng mga Indian customers nila. To those who don't know what lassi is, it's a yogurt drink basically. And winarningan na ako na itong buttermilk daw ay acquired taste. But let's see if my taste is acquired. Acquired. The base flavor is basically yogurt, pero may umepal, sabi niya. Here I am salt! Yes, may alat siya. May alat siya. Okay, itong mango lassi, ito daw ay friendlier to the palate of the Filipino people, you know. Let's see. I'm such a Filipino. Buisit. It's a mango yogurt drink. A good mango yogurt drink to help you digest everything that you just ate. And I know you ate a lot in Mancha. Best bites of the day. Number one would be the chole bature from Star Punjabi Dhaba. If it's your first time having Indian food, I think that would really, you will like that because it's crispy, it's flavorful. Another must-try would be the pani puri. I know it's gonna be something that will surprise you if you're having it for the first time, but I'm so excited for you to experience that flavor explosion in your mouth. So that's one. I really love the experience of the biryani plus red wine at the ricksha. That's something that will blow your mind once you've had it. And lastly, the chicken makhani at Mantra, so good. It's also something that's gonna be very familiar with you. It's deep, sweet tomato flavor. So I guess visiting the 3 restaurants we went to today, what we learned is that Indian food is very diverse depending on what part of India you get it from. They have street food, they have dessert, they have creamy dishes, they have spicy, non-spicy food. So one thing's for sure, if you're still hesitant to try Indian food, there will be an Indian dish for you.